Okay, dear students, some more tips I would like to give about right from dictations from PT listening sections. At first, be ready to type or write. Let me explain it. If the approach if the approach you are using is to type or write, be ready to do that before the audio begins. That means either place the cursor in the response box or be ready to write in the rough scratch pad. As soon as the audio starts, you should be ready to type or write. And PT, write from dictations, as soon as the audio starts, you should begin to type the answer. Next tip is don't fall behind the audio. Okay, don't fall behind the audio. What does it mean? If the speaker has gone ahead next to the word, you should stop trying or write immediately and go to the next word. If you get stuck on just one word, you can completely miss the remaining sentence. Okay, what I mean here, as you are solving the problem of write from dictations, as you begin to write the answers, okay, if you forget something, if you have forgotten something to write, don't stuck over there, go ahead, move ahead. Next, capture the meaning. What does it mean? Here, capture the meaning means focus on understanding the meaning of the sentence. You should try to understand the meaning of the sentence. This will make it easier to remember the words and write them later. Okay, try to understand the meaning of the sentence. Try to understand the meaning, what the recording is going to say. Okay, it will be easier for you to write the answers after a couple of seconds. Next, review in the end. What does it mean? Review in the end. This is one of the wonderful tips, especially for PT write from dictations. Let me repeat it again. Review in the end. In the end, read what you have written and make sure what makes sense. Let me repeat it. In the end, you have to read what you have written and make sure what it makes sense. Having listened something, you have to write in PT write from dictations. And having written, you should again see whether the sentence gives any logic, whether it gives meaning or not. There is never going to be an illogical sentence in the exam, and check for grammar and spelling. What I mean here, you don't have to write illogical sentences. Your sentences must be full of logic. You should try your best not to commit any grammatical errors. You should write the spelling correctly. Next tips about PT write from dictations. It's an listening sections. Connect logically. What do you mean by here connect logically? Here, if for some reason you are just not able to understand the sentence or take notes, then you have to give your best shot based on whatever you remember. For example, if you remember 2 or 3 words from the sentence, then instead of just trying those 2 or 3 words, combine them into a logical sentence and then type them into the response box. Okay? Because of fatigue, because of carelessness, if you have forgotten to write some few words, and what you need to do later on, if you can remember, you have to connect the sentence using appropriate linking words such as moreover, however, in addition to, likewise. What is more, you have to connect the sentence, using linking words, and you have to combine our sentences. Another tips I would like to give you, especially in write from dictations, practice core skills. What does it mean? Practice core skills. Do not underestimate the importance of little daily practice. Listen to some English audio such as daily news or podcasts and try to write down after what you are listening. So this is the most important tips I would like to give. to my PT students, if you really want to improve your listening, you don't have to depend on the IELTS listening and PT, right from dictations, PT listening only. I mean, you should listen BBC News, you should listen podcast, you should listen the conversations which is made by native English speaker. I mean the people who belong to people who are from America and Australia and Canada. They speak really, I mean, really sound English, I mean the people who are from English speaking country, they speak sound English, they speak natural English. Instead of depending on right from dictations and IELTS listening, okay, and PT listening, okay, you should try to listen, okay, various kinds of accents which is possible only in BBC News and podcast and the conversation which is made by native speakers. Okay, dear students, today I have given you tips especially for right from dictations. It is especially from PT listening module. Hope you are getting me. In PT, in right from dictations, okay, you will get 3 to 4 questions. Okay, number of items on the test day, minimum 3, maximum 4. And PT right from dictation is integrated scoring. I mean here you will get score in listening module also and you will get score in writing module also. Right from dictations you will get score in both sections, in listening sections as well as in writing sections. Okay, and what are the things that you should keep in mind? You don't have to spell the words incorrectly. Okay, don't leave out words, don't replace words. Okay, so this is how you have to practice in PT right from dictation. Dear students, some more tips I would like to give, especially in right from dictations. What you need to do, at first you have to listen the whole audio, then write after what you have listened. Next, try to remember the chunks of the language, not a single word. Let me repeat it. Try to remember the chunks of a language, not a single word. And next, most of the word consists of 11 to 12 and sometimes 13 to 14. Okay, in right from dictations, most of the words consists of 10 to 11 and sometimes it consists of 13 to 14. And what I would like to tell, 2 more important things. Please don't spend too much time for these tasks, otherwise you will miss others. Okay, so scoring is given by counting the number of correct words. If you have written correct words, you will get good score, otherwise you won't get good score. Dear students, when you begin to appear in PT mock test, you don't have to take some rules of grammar just for granted. Okay, I mean you should know the rules of reported speech, tense, active voice and passive voice, agreements of words, it means concord, and okay, and next is use of relative clause like where, what, when, how often, and you have to learn all the rules of article, where a is used, where an is used, where the is used, and you have to know the rules of prepositions, and you should know how to use auxiliary verbs. Okay, so another important thing what I would like to tell here, in right from dictations and PT and IELTS both, okay, both British and American spellings are accepted equally. You can write British spelling also, you can write American spelling also. Let me give example. The spelling of realize and realize, program, okay, so center, okay, in American English and British English, both words, these words are spelled differently. I mean you can write British English also, you can write British English also, you can write American English also. I mean some words are differently spelled in British as well as in American English, and both type of spellings are accepted in right from dictations. So dear students, and if you have found my teaching style and very impressive and interesting, you can give me a call at 98650-90939. I live in Kathmandu. I teach offline and online PT and IELTS classes in different consultancies in Kathmandu. Uh, right now, I'm making video at Aussie International Consultancy. It is located just nearby Manas College. It is on the way of Chichepati, Kathmandu. So I teach here IELTS, PT, Duolingo and several other test preparation classes. If you are interested to join my offline and online class, please you can pay visit to our office. It is just nearby Manas College on the way to Chichepati. From travel it takes just 3 to 4 minutes on foot. Here we provide IELTS, PT and Duolingo mock test, and once a week we conduct mock test also, and we give personal feedback to our students, okay, in order to know their English proficiency test, okay, in order to know their English proficiency. So this was for today, and thank you very much.